Next, we can also see multiple people at the same time. So for this one, we have to approve by PM counter. So we could basically see how many forms are in his jurisdiction. And one good thing with this is highly configurable. So whatever that you need for your dashboards, you can do so here. So as you can see here, the edit button, well, we will not explore too much on that. So because that will take a lot of time, right? So we'll just focus on it. And I just want to let you know that this is very highly configurable. So whatever you need here, if you don't need this one, this metric, it's okay. We could remove that. If you need another one, we could add that as well. And let me show you how does this collect the data. Because, well, since this is digitized, the forms should be digitized as well. So what you can see here is actually a repository of all the forms that you have. So basically, this will replace the stacks of paper that you have in your office. So all the forms that are transmitted to you, all the forms that have been approved, rejected, and even the forms that are in the draft state, you can see you can see everything here, right? Now, let me go back to a specific one here. So as you can see, I can filter it out. I could show you whatever I need at a glance. So this would be the form that we'll be using later. So I have here form templates as well. So as said earlier, in the dashboards, it is highly configurable, right? Even in the form templates as well, we can create all the forms that we need. And I can show that to you by using our phone. So let me just connect my phone. And I will demonstrate to you how this application is used or how it looks in the phone because actually Novade 2.0 is a mobile focused application. So let me just switch this screen so that you can see my phone. Right. So now you can see my phone here. This is the appearance of the UI of the um, Novate 2.0 web application, or rather mobile application, right? You can download this in the App Store and the Google Play Store right away. So let's try adding a form. So let me go to a project and I'll add a form. So I see that everything that I need, all the forms that I need to use is already here. So let's use the progress tracking demo general safety inspection for this one. So this would be the appearance of the forms. So as at the glance, you can see that everything that you need is here. So let me just input theoretically or just a simulation, right? So let's assume that I am at site A. This is location B. And what's good with this one is it's actually automating the process of determining the date and time. So as you can see, it reflected that today is Thursday, June 5. And once I click on OK, it collects the time as well. So this is just one quality of life feature that Novade 2.0 has. So no need to look at your phone or look at your watches to configure or to ensure the time. So all I have to do now, if I am the one that's filling up this form, is to just fill up the form, basically. So let's assume that every item here are approved or done already. And another good thing with this one, as you can see on the bottom, we have photos as well. So I can actually take photos with my camera here. So let me just select a photo or capture a photo. And as you can see, I'll just click OK. And we'll be able to attach the photos on the forms itself. So I can also annotate or scribble on the object to justify or to explain, to give context on the picture, right? So let me just do that. And one good thing, another good thing rather, with this one is these pictures or photos are geotagged, meaning that you can determine whether or where these photos are taken from. So this would be a good help on the integrity of your project or your form as well. So you may know that that contractor actually took the photos inside the site and he did not cheat on the taking of the photos. Okay, So now I just have to attach my signature. So I'll just sign. And this would automatically go to the next person in line. So once I click on save, as you can see, there's a button below to forward, and it tells me that I can mark it now to approve by site engineer. So I'll just click on that one, and we go back to our web or web application. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's see if our dashboard reflected that there's a form in the ball in court of the site engineer. As you can see, now we have 4 total forms. We still have the same number of approved and rejected since it's not yet done. And we can see that it reflected here right away. So to approve by site engineer 1, and we could see all the details that we need, who created it, where's the project site, when's the last time that it's been modified, and who modified it. So all the details that you need is available. Now I will show you that this number will transfer to this one. So that it just to show you that it actually tracks the progress, not only by one person, but multiple person, and actually all the persons involved in your workflow. So let me go back and show my phone. So in reality, well, in use cases, I will not be able to edit this one. However, for demo purposes, I will be assuming the role of the site engineer and the role of the project manager as well. So as a site engineer, I can see all the details, right? And let's say I approve this one. So a site engineer, I'll save this one and I'll forward it to the project manager below. There we go. And as you can see, another field appeared below stating project manager. So now we can assure that this has been transmitted to the project manager. So let's go back to our browser and refresh the dashboard to show you how or what happened with the data that we had earlier. Okay, so as you can see, it's now on the ball in court of the project manager. So it's that easy. No more confusion whether where that form is or who is the next in line on that form. It's all provided in one single view. So let me just approve the form so that we could see here what happens next. So as the project manager, I could mark this as approved or rejected. So let's just approve this one, right? So I'll add a remark that this has been passed. I'll sign here, save this one, and I'll mark as approved. Okay. Now that will close the form and the workflow is done. So going back to our browser, let's refresh this again. All right, so we could see that we have now 3 approved safety inspection forms. So progress tracking will not be a problem anymore if we are using Novade 2.0. And now let's go to the forms. Just an added value to this one. We could see here the form that we did earlier. We could export that to PDF and we can view that as well. So as you can see here, you will be able to see the workflow history. Well, in this case, all the names are in my name, of course, since I'm just I'm demoing all the processes, right? The location as well, you can see, and all the details as well, including the photos and the signatures below. So that's easy to use. No more confusion on the progress, no more confusion on the coordination. Everything will be done by our Novade 2.0 platform. Now, going back to our PowerPoint presentation, I just want to tell you guys that Novade 2.0 can do the following. It can increase your productivity by 20% through optimized efficiency, streamline your reporting, and have real-time resource management as well. Now, remember our sample situations a while ago. They could easily avoid that confusion through this solution, right? So for us to be able to visualize this, the value of Novade 2.0, I'm going to use the 7 types of waste or 7 types of mudas for our representation. So we can use the acronym TIMWOOD to represent these 7 wastes that do not add value to our projects. So first we have transportation, which is basically the unnecessary movement of materials, right? We have inventory, in this case, piled of documentations as well. Motion would be the excess physical movement where a person will go to department A to department B just to pass the form, right? So that's another form of waste. Waiting or idle time, overproduction or overuse of materials, overprocessing as well, where we repeat the task or we rework the task, and of course, defects. So now let's see how many of these were Novade 2.0 able to solve. Again, 5 out of 7. Imagine that. So we don't need to transport our documents anymore since it's in the cloud. We don't need the inventory anymore because we could adapt a full paperless process, right? And we don't need to move from one place to another just to submit the forms. So no motion. No more waiting because the transmittals are actually in real time. Once you click on the button to forward to the next approver, that approver will receive a notification and he will know right away that he needs to sign on that paper. And the same thing goes with him. Once he clicks the button, the approval will move forward or will close the form. And last one, we have over processing. So processes are definite and controlled. So as said earlier, in Novade 2.0, we could create a lot of our form templates as well, including our dashboards. So these are controlled by the system. No more errors on the forms, or if there are errors on the forms, we could rectify it easily without even using any other tools, just our phone or our laptops. Now let's go back to what I said earlier. Remember, 30% of delays occur because of coordination and documentation issues. And Novade can improve both, allowing you to focus on tasks that actually provide value to your projects. More importantly, it provides your admins or whoever that controls all your documents, the document controller, like we could say that, access to real-time data on progress, making coordination and tracking forms an easy task. And adding to this, as mentioned earlier, all the ways that Novate can eliminate will surely make your project faster, more efficient, and more accurate. And of course, highly visible across the team. So no more confusion and no more coordination issues. Now let's go back to our original statement, which is actually the title of our presentation, right? Stop chasing updates. Master field operations with centralized action tracking. With Novade 2.0, chasing updates is actually a thing of the past because Novade will actually chase you. Novade will chase you for the updates. Novade will tell you that you need to do this and you need to do that. You have punch lists, you have deadlines incoming, and it will actually give you a lot of notifications for you to be able to know that you need to do this. Well, of course, if the deadline has passed, and Novade will be much more faster in chasing you, right? So again, that would be all with my presentation. And I know that Novade, I'm confidently saying this, that Novade 2.0 will be a big help to your processes in the construction industry. And of course, not only in the construction industry, they could be applied to a lot of industries as long as there are processes, which is basically everyone, right? So thank you very much, everyone. And I will be passing it back to Miss Ira for the next part of our discussion.